States is about to attack, drop a bomb on its own soil, and frame Iran for it, to rally the troops of America to go off and fight for the pedophiles at the top. That's right. An intelligence leak has come through. The reason that Joseph Sumar relieved his duty of the USS West Virginia nuclear submarine was because he was approached by Pete Hegseth and the higher-ups in the Pentagon to carry out this mission, and he refused. He flat out told them that he refused to carry out that mission, that he would not drop bombs on American soil when there was no threat. This is what's coming. Just as the Black Swan event that happened in 9/11 was portrayed and perpetuated, was done by Israel and the United States so that they could attack Afghanistan and blame Osama bin Laden. None of that was true. Just as none of this, which they are saying on the news about Iran, saying that they are planning to attack U.S. soil with nuclear weapons. That is all a false flag. It is a false flag created by the United States government. This is what's coming. But the United States government has relieved that nuclear submarine commander, and the new one will definitely drop the bomb on American soil. This is what's coming. Do not be fooled. And to hide this, the United States government will 100% sink that submarine to the bottom of the ocean, and you'll never see any of those sailors again. That is what the American government is willing to do to hide their hand when it comes to underhandedness. So this is what's coming. There's a false flag. America will bomb the United States to frame Iran for it, so that the United States can rally the troops and send hundreds of thousands of American men and women off to be killed to fight Iran. This is what's coming. Prepare your families. Do not be deceived. This
is the book of Sirach, chapter 14 and verse 5. It reads, "He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods." Verse 6, "There is none worse than he that envieth himself, and this is a recompense of his wickedness. And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness." Shalom, shalom, shalom. Alright, this is the brothers here from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp here. Alright, in Trinidad with another edification through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. So first and foremost, call Alayam, La Alahaya Nawa, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Raka Kodash. Alright, double honors unto the apostles, the bishops, the elders of Great Millstone at Ruel. Salutation unto the brothers who preaching and teaching the truth through the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and the freedom to do so no more than ever. Shalom unto the speckled Israelites, along with the very few but faithful Akwat. Alright, you say shalom, shalom. Alright, so as you could see there, that clip there, that was played there. With that, you know, I would title this "Anything is Possible with Babylon." Alright, anything is possible with Babylon. Alright, because fair use, by the way. I have to say fair use with this, fair use. Alright. We not saying, myself and Brother Nagad, we not saying that this is what is going to happen. Alright, we're not saying this is a guarantee that that is going to happen and whatnot, so forth. But where Babylon is concerned, you have to leave room for anything. Alright, because they are capable of carrying about any wicked act, alright, to justify their wickedness. Alright, because really and truly is the same thing that they had done pursuant to 9/11. 9/11 was an inside job, and they just put the blame on the Arab world. Alright, the main man was Osama. Alright, they put the blame on Osama bin Laden and what have you so forth. Alright, but really and truly they did it on behalf of the Small Hearts 9/11, so that, you know, that could be a ploy for them to go into Iraq and Afghanistan, topple the Taliban, topple Saddam Hussein, what have you so forth, and also to enrich the military industrial complex. You understand? This is where it is here. Okay? So it's not far-fetched if they would it is not far-fetched if they would drop a bomb, alright, wherever bomb it me, a cruise missile, wherever, on the own citizens, because that is something they wanted was to do during the Kennedy era, alright, during the Kennedy era, in order to invade, in order to make up a case, a trump up case, and invade Cuba, alright, to depose Castro at the time. Alright, there is where you had your Bay of Pigs movement and whatnot so forth, where that was a foiled invasion. That invasion wasn't successful and whatnot, but there were men within the CIA and whatnot so forth that came to what's his name again, Kennedy, alright, when he was the man in charge at the time, with the idea of attacking the own citizens and blame it on Castro and what have you so forth. Yeah, in order to rally the minds of the people, so to speak, to invade Cuba and depose Castro. But go ahead with the scripture. What scripture is that?
One time Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. And it's a very short precept, but it's all saying what you're saying. Well, basically, what Priest Khan is saying is this scripture here. Never trust thy enemy. For as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
So is his wickedness. And the scripture to back that up, before you expound, it will tie right in and they could expound on it, which is Proverbs. Go to Proverbs 26:25. Yeah, when I go there, man.
Proverbs 25, man.
26:25.
Alright,
yeah. And you're reading
26.
You're reading all the way, going all the way down to the last verse 28. Alright, so yeah, when I get it, man.
26, right. Outside from verse 25, right?
Yeah.
Right, Proverbs 26, starting at verse 25, we say, when he speaketh fair, believe him not.
Yeah, when he speaketh fair, you know, we are of securing the world. You know, we want world peace, we want world security. Iran is at this, Iran is at that. Yeah. Iran is a threat to world security and world peace and whatnot so forth. You know, Russia, the Russian aggression and all kind of terms and whatnot so forth. Again, as it is called, witchcraft of words.
That's right.
You understand? You know that you see anything is, you know, it's all about witchcraft of words. Is basically is propaganda. And propaganda is a tool that, you know, is constantly used on a everyday 24-hour basis, you know, to program your mind about. So basically, you know, as the old saying is go, if you tell a person a lie continually 24/7 365, eventually they will come to the terms of believing that lie.
Yeah, that lie going to be coming out true to them.
Yeah, because you're always hearing it right true.
And then a scripture that say, who changed the truth of God into a lie,
right?
You saw Edom, the devil, right? Only the devil will do such things.
So read over the scripture again.
Proverbs 26 and 25, you say, when he speaketh fair, believe him not. For there are 7 abominations in his heart.
Yeah, 7 abominations, alright? As we now read the scripture there in Sirach 14:5, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he do good, he shall take no pleasure in his good. So this man, you know, the world will get to see him for who he is, because he is a man that is willing to harm his own, to bring danger, to bring death, and whatnot so forth to his own, just in order for him to achieve his goal. You understand? That's what the scripture said, death and hell followed with this man.
Yeah, only the devil will do that.
You understand?
Only the devil will do that.
Can?
That's a dear devil.
Can?
Verse 26, whose hatred is covered by deceit.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this is Yapa.
Can?
Whose hatred is covered by deceit, his wickedness shall be shown before the whole congregation.
Go ahead.
Verse 27, whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him.
Go ahead.
Verse 28, a lion tongue.
A what tongue?
A lion
A
tongue
lion tongue. Go ahead.
hated those that are affected by it.
Afflicted, yeah.
Afflicted, sorry, by it. And a flattering mouth worketh ruin.
That's right. That's right. That's right. You understand? Because these people will tell lies and lies and lies all the days of their life. These people will lie. You know, it's a meme. But the man dead now. He dead sometime this year. They make a meme with him. Elam now, a drunkard Elam now. They make a meme of him. He lie. You understand? Yeah, and that is them. That is these people. That is these Edomites, alright? Your boy Trump and Hexet and J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio and all of them, the whole henchman team, the whole henchmen. You understand? These men is what you call the walking apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you, these men is what you call the walking apocalypse. Because everywhere they go, they bring death and hell with them. So, you know, it wouldn't be far-fetched for them to really perform an act like that. Alright? It wouldn't be far-fetched. Did they show it all in the movie? Is that a movie? It had a movie, a series. I forget the name of the series. You know, where a naval series where a submarine crew was somewhere, I think in the Middle East or some kind of thing, somewhere else, but there was some part of the world under the ocean, and they received rogue orders. They received rogue orders to send out nuclear missiles onto Pakistan. You understand? And for some reason the captain was very suspicious of those orders because he didn't get the correct verification of the orders. You understand? And he questioned it, and he ended up disobeying the order and whatnot, so forth, you know. And push come to shove, well, they still end up, not them, but America themselves end up sending the missiles into Pakistan, the nuclear missiles into Pakistan and what have you, so forth, so forth. But what they did, I think they end up putting the blame on the captain of the submarine. You understand? And they had us to run, be on the run, you know, and set sail to a remote island and whatnot, so forth, and be on the run from the own government. You understand? Because the own government, doing a whole bunch of war crimes and whatnot, so forth, and throwing the blame on others, you know, and using them as scapegoat and whatnot, so forth. So yeah, there's what it is. Yeah, they will don't be shocked that they do it and blame.
I have a precept for you again.
Yeah, and blame Iran and say Iran did this. This is why we need. This is why it was justified for us what we was doing at Iran, and we need to escalate now. All right, we need to go all out now. We need to invade Iran, and the only way to end this is to invade Iran. The best defense is offense. You understand? The best defense is for us to go on the offense. So we need to invade Iran and crush the Iran regime and crush the Iran military and whatnot, so forth, so forth. Yeah. Well,
and that is his big mistake.
Gone.
The Lord had set up Iran to be that snake, that trap.
Well, you see, the pride of their heart had deceived them, but go ahead.
This is Psalms 55, you can get it. Psalms 55.
Oh, shucks, yeah. Psalms 55, Psalms 55 and 20. Go ahead.
See, he had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him.
Mm-hmm.
He had broken his covenant.
Mm-hmm.
Although we use this scripture mainly to talk about how he came against the northern kingdom and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, he could use it against Iran.
Yeah.
Iran didn't come at
No,
you.
well, not that. No, he could. In that case, he could use it against anybody that he's against, you know?
Yeah.
Because remember, this man been making deals with the Iranians and whatnot,
That's
so
right,
forth,
that's right.
and continually breaking them, you know?
Yeah.
So since last year to this year,
Yeah, because they talk about world peace and they talk about border peace and all kind of different things.
And
then when all what you say, you started to break all. Look what you did to Venezuela.
right?
And capture the president of Venezuela and so forth. Look what you do. You're going into this place and that place. The scripture call them the hammer of the earth.
God, good.
Right? I read over verse 20 again. He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
Yeah, we want peace. We want peace with Iran. Let's make a deal. Just make a deal. Let's make a deal. Yeah, go ahead.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
Uh-huh.
That is why he could say what he had to say.
Pause that, pause that.
Yeah.
Read over 21, read over 21.
You see, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
Mm-hmm.
His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Yet were they drawn swords, you understand? And there's the thing with them. Alright? They speak ever so softly, ever so nicely, and whatnot, so forth. But these people are demons.
Yeah.
Alright? These people are demons. These people these people will go at lengths, at leaps and lengths, just to achieve what they want to achieve. If it means that they have to off a billion people, they will do it within a heartbeat. You understand? They know what they're doing to the Iranians is wrong. They know what they are doing to Iran is wrong. Alright? They know what they are doing to the Iranians is wrong. Alright? But why are they doing it? It's because they want the oil. Alright? Because remember, they're going into a new world order. Alright? And a big part again, as I said Monday in the Monday night edification, the three main components in being able to have full control over the world is what? Is energy, money, and food. You understand? That is the three main components. You understand? Yeah. And Iran possesses a lot of energy by the way of what? Oil. Alright, because with the oil you could use the oil for what? The oil when you refine the oil you get different levels of gas. Alright, you get diesel and whatnot, so forth. You need diesel for electricity. You understand? You need diesel to power your electricity plants and whatnot, so forth. The electricity plants cannot run on its own just so. It need a fuel source. Electricity plants need a fuel source. Alright? Your water plants need electricity. Alright? Your water plants need electricity, and the same electricity that your water plants need, it need fuel, which is the diesel. You understand?
That's right.
So they want to make sure and have a full control of that. So basically they want to have an unlimited supply. But is it to sustain the world? No. It is to sustain themselves.
Yeah, because they plan to be the only one really. They plan to be the only people upon the earth then, and control the population to a population control where they could control.
Yeah,
and everybody could be just slaves underneath them. That's just this man's sick thought. I mean, it sounds like it coming out straight off a sci-fi movie, yeah? But believe me, it is real.
The reality.
Yeah.
And they just to show you, these people are a bunch of, they really are a bunch of sadistic fucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? A bunch of sadistic fuckers. Alright? These Edomites. You understand?
Wow.
These people are a bunch of fucking schizophrenics.
Yeah.
Psychopaths. These people are when you Google the word psychopath, their faces they show up.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, because we need to talk about Jack the Ripper and all them sickos that passed through America. America had a history of sickos and they were all Edomites.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they were all Edomites.
Gone. You understand? Now that is it with this
Let's go into Jeremiah 50.
a matter of fact, that's now.
That's something?
Read on how long to the end, 22, 23.
Alright, so yes. I'm gonna go back to Psalms 55. Yeah, like that. I'm gonna go back again. Alright, so verse 22 say, cast thy burden upon the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and he shall sustain thee. Sustain thee how? In the times to come.
Gone.
In these perilous times, these judgment times that is upon our head, the Lord alone is our sustainer. And the Lord caused it to happen
Gone.
to show Israel that your help is, I am your only help.
That's right.
You can depend on the government because the government is full of shit. They're full of crap.
The government in cahoots.
Yeah. And all governments going to sign that one world order peace treaty deal. That's the so-called peace treaty.
I don't know, hide laws and all that.
Because why? The MOTV is what that is coming up on the face of the earth.
Gone.
Verse 23. But thou, O Yahweh, shall bring them
Nah,
down.
you didn't finish 22.
Alright, cast thy burden upon the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. But thou, O Yahweh, shall bring them down into the pit of destruction. Bloody and deceitful men shall not live out half their days, but I will trust in thee.
Yeah, bloody and deceitful man. And then the thing, as the scripture say, let us go quick to Isaiah 47.
Sure.
Isaiah 47 and Isaiah 47 and let's see 7.
Hey, this whole thing happened.
Isaiah 47 and 7. We could start from 7.
But why we could this whole thing good? Man?
Yeah.
The top good and all.
Yeah, but let's start from 7.
Anyway, Isaiah 47 and 7 says, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. That is the pride of Esau, Edom, Babylon. You can find that in Revelation 18. She says she sits a queen and shall see no sorrow.
Sorrow, yep.
And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the later end of it.
The latter end of it. You understand? As you've been already there in the Psalms 55 and 23, you understand? Bloody men shall not live to see half their days. You understand? Because there's a thing called what? There's a thing called judgment. The Lord will not acquit the wicked. Alright? He will not acquit the wicked. The wicked will never go away scot-free. The wicked will never go away not guilty. Alright? You can't be wicked and expect to be not guilty where the Lord is concerned. That don't work so. Alright?
Like that one, you know that my mouth, that one upstairs when you ask him what he asks is why wicked.
Yeah, so you tell him I'm evil then and he said down right there was part to sit down and I tell him yeah. And he watch me right there where you sit down and smile.
But they don't understand what is wickedness.
And that is what I tell him.
And the reason why they don't understand is that because you see why they don't know the judgments of the Lord.
Yeah, when you have no fear, because the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
And what brings in the fear of the Lord? Knowing the commandments of the Lord, knowing the judgments of the Lord.
Yeah,
the Lord said the judgments of the Lord is to teach to all Israel. Teach them the statutes, his judgment, so that they will have fear for him.
God.
So he himself know what it is to be. What is the Lord's way of seeing evil then?
Yeah, seeing
he think evil is just you take a boy, you take up a stone and hit a man in the head, bow, they be
Yeah, for nothing just so and them gonna or like again the analogy where if I take up a firearm and go by the grocery and hit the girl two three in she chest and head and take all the money and whatnot. Yeah, that is wickedness. It is wickedness, but the level of the wickedness where the both sides really speaking of, you know, is rebelliousness. Things on the level as this man, what this man is doing. You understand?
But this man want to make himself a god.
Right. And that is wickedness.
And the Lord called that wickedness.
That is a whole other wickedness by itself, because you want to actually strive with your maker, you know. Basically, that is what it is, you know. You so prideful, and the pride build you up to the point where you actually want to go up against your maker. You want to go to war. You actually building a military, a space force, and whatnot, so forth, to actually go to war against your maker.
The God of Israel. Wow.
Which is your maker, because
he's your maker, because
he created everyone, everything. Is
Genesis
the
1:1, in the beginning, God created the heaven
and the earth. You
understand?
understand?
Plain and simple.
So that is a level of wickedness, and that is the reason why the Lord is going to bring him to the destruction that he's going to bring him after 1,000 years of slavery. That is the reason why he's the only one is going to receive such a judgment. Because no other nation upon the face of the earth in carrying that level of thinking, and actually carrying it out, you know, going out making sure to actually carry it out.
Yeah, this man actually enforcing himself. He's actually good. It's like you coming up against the king and telling the king, hey, I'm going to dethrone you, you know, or dethrone you.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going to overthrow your throne.
And take your kingdom.
And take your kingdom. Basically, that's what this man is telling you.
And plant your crown, take your crown off your head and put it on my head.
On my head, yeah. Bold face.
Yeah, that is
and
what
with no
is.
fear.
Gone. So that is why it says, and thou didst. And
Therefore, thou did and let me read over verse 8. Therefore, hear now this.
No, read over verse 7.
Alright, verse 7. And thou saidest, I
shall be a lady forever.
So that thou didst not lay these things to heart. Neither didst remember that the latter end of it.
Yeah, so they see, you see, they're so caught up in the pride, they're so caught up in the wickedness. They're so drunk. They're so drunk in the wickedness. You understand that it they actually they plain out forget that there's a thing called judgment. They didn't study that. They come like a drunk man. You know what I mean? Like a drunk man. A drunk man, he's so drunk, you know, he drinks so much, he's so drunk, you know, that he can't even see his way. And he can't even see his way, and he walking to a cliff. And then seeing that he's about to fall and break up himself and twist up himself and all kind of thing with that fall, because you know, and that the fall is going to come unexpected, you know, because the scripture say like a thief in the night, right? And an unexpected lash or unexpected fall is be the hardest, you know. It has been the hardest and most painful and most excruciating and most devastating and dangerous, you know. Because if it's something that you're expecting, you're going to know how to break yourself. But when you're not expecting something...
That's what the scripture says. He said, I have laid a snare for you.
And thou was not aware.
And thou was not aware of it. So it goes back to what you're saying. That fall going to be a very hard fall. For sure.
Understand? So continue verse 8.
Therefore, hear now this thou that are given to pleasures, that dwelleth carelessly, that leastly.
That says carelessly. That
says. Override anyway. That says in thine heart, I am, and none else. Besides me.
Yeah, so basically
the word I am, when you say the word I am, and none else, baby, you put yourself in position as the Most High. And that's a blasphemous statement. That like Alistair Crowley, do what thou wilt, shall be the whole of the law.
And I want to tell that one. And when I tell him that and all, he smile with that one. I say, no, we're going to want you. You want to do as thou wilt. And when you tell him that, he smiled.
But that is it, what we were smiling. That was a demon.
Demons.
That demon that smiled at your back, you know.
I say, you want to do what thou wilt. That is what going on with you. That is
That
what going on
saith
with you.
in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall sit.
I shall
as
not
a-
sit as a widow.
Sorry, I shall not sit as a widow. That Revelation 18.
Mm-hmm.
Neither shall I know the loss of children.
Yeah, so which means basically they know they will never lose a war.
Yeah.
You understand? They would never, to them, they would, in their mind, they would never lose a war. You know, this up and coming Third World War, they think that they will never even lose that war. Alright, because they know they win World War One, they win World War Two, and whatnot so forth. But hey, you didn't win the Korean War, you didn't win the Vietnam War, you didn't win the war in Afghanistan, you didn't win the second Iraq War.
No.
You understand? You didn't win it. You had us a hightail it out of these two places. You understand? And what make you feel you're going to win World War III? No, you're on your decline. This is your end. You are the end. Alright? You are the basis of men. You are the end. You are the third part of men. Alright? This is your end. Alright?
That's right.
You have a shy time to rule along with the children of Israel.
Yeah.
This way it is. Your time is up. Alright? Your time is up. Alright? You have already found one thing
Yeah.
and found in the balance. Weighed in the balance and found one thing. Alright?
That's right.
So go ahead.
Verse 9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood.
And widowhood. And widowhood.
Yeah.
Alright? You're gonna see it. You wanna set up a double F. Alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to set up a double F in order to be able to justify yourself and fool the people, all right, and whatnot, so forth, you know, and use that as a ploy to say, you see, we need the draft. This is why we need the draft, all right, because we're going into war against Iran and whatnot, so forth, and it's more than likely we will have to go to war with Russia because Russia and Iran are allies.
It's only a devil thing that way.
Yeah. You understand? So we would need to, the draft is necessary.
Come at your neighbor when your neighbor was at peace with you. Just so.
You know? But the thing about it is, who's the main instigator of it? Amalek.
Amalek is the pimp. Is the
Amalek is the main instigator
pimping
of
out
all this
America.
fucking...
You know Amalek pimping out America?
Yeah, but if...
Yeah. You know all these rich dude, if you have a rich dude and you see a hoe, why when rich dude just do not pimp out the hoe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amalek is the main instigator of this whole
Pimping
fuckery
out-
that taking
pimping
place.
out Babylon.
You know?
Amalek, yeah.
So then Babylon has the cannon fodder, you know? So then
Yeah.
Babylon go, you know,
Like what Albert used to do Costello.
yeah.
Basically he was pimping out Costello.
Yeah.
That's why they see that dragon there. It's a mighty heavy dragon. That's why you go take
Castro like a big jackass.
take it. Yeah.
Yeah, Castro like a big jackass going and proving and troubling the dragon. Is obviously will get fucking burned.
Yeah.
You understand?
But that's how Amalek and America is like. I mean, we had to get, you can laugh at it sometimes, but it's damn serious.
Yeah.
Right?
Right, go ahead now.
We read over verse 93, and these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection.
That perfection is speaking about what the new world order, when they
Yeah.
feel, when they see, well, you know, when the scripture say when oh gosh, when they start to eat now, boy.
Yeah.
That's
I
rough.
think it's in Job.
Yeah, it's in Job talking about, you know, so when the belly start to get full now, but that's
When
roughly
he's about the fullest.
yes, when he's about the fullest belly, you understand, the iron weapon, you know, shall trust them through this, that, the other, you understand? Go ahead.
Right upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, that's an important word here.
Uh-huh.
Sorceries, because Babylon is built upon really.
Uh-huh.
And for the great abundance of thine enchantment.
Of thine enchantments, you understand? The witchcraft, because that is what they heavy upon, you know, that is how they was established.
Yeah.
Yeah, the founding fathers, America America wasn't built on no fucking Christian values. I would tell you.
And John Hagee's want to preach that in a sermon.
Well, America was built on Christian values. America was built on fucking Freemasonry. Freemasonry and
John Hagee's again so much like that's hardly hearing him. He's staying in a corner like a little rat. But he's a rat.
Freemasonry and occultism and all these things. This is what America was built on. When you go on America, go and research it yourself. The highest military award, which is the Medal of Honor. All right. The highest military award, the Medal of Honor. All the the respective branches, from the Marines to the Army, the Air Force, the Navy, whatnot, so forth. All right, they had their own Medal of Honor award, and when you take a look at it, all right, it pays homage to Babylon, to ancient Babylon, and the gods of ancient Mesopotamia. A matter of fact, bear with me. The scripture say prove all things, right? Scripture say.
Finish all this?
Yeah, read it out. You read it out. I looking up something here. You read it out.
Verse 10 say, for thou hast trust in thy wickedness, and thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge had perverted thee. Because you got to be a real fool to think that the Bible said the eyes of the Lord is upon a sinful kingdom, like Amos 9, and then the scripture says the eyes of the Lord is 10 times brighter than the sun. So it's a fool in the heart. The scripture says the fool in his heart and say that there is no power. And Esau is that fool. He has become that fool. The scripture says, is there no wisdom in Teman? Although Teman goes back into the wisest of them, which is the Germans, but if the Lord take it away from the wisest of them, what will the rest of them? It's all vanishing away. Right? Thy wisdom and knowledge, it had perverted thee, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Verse 12, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorcery. Sorcery is a very important word because America is built upon sorceries and witchcraft. The founding fathers are a bunch of Freemason, skull and bones, and you just name it. From George Washington, go right back to Abraham Lincoln, the man who cut down the trees, and no, George Washington is cut down the trees. Abraham Lincoln, which one the one is cut down the trees with the axe? Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, Abraham, boy?
Yeah, they say they talk about he cut down the tree with axe and all kind of shit story, you know. You know, they're just trying to make Esau feel like he was some kind of man of nobility.
Nobility, yeah.
But all of the scriptures say enter the gates of the nobles. The reason why they call them nobles is because and shake the hand that they may enter the gates of the nobles. The nobles is the elites, right? Now and verse 12 says, stand now with thine enchantment and with thy multitude of sorcery. So the founding fathers, they built their fortune on the backs of slave and sorcery too. And sorcery too. It had sorceries in this thing too. It wasn't just so. Wherein thou had labored from thy youth, if so be thou shalt be able to profit. If so be thou mayest prevail. If you could depend on your sorcery, let your sorcery help.
That was verse reaching there.
That is verse 12. Verse 13, thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsel. Let now the astrologers and the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators, stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Let them save you from the ICBM bomb and Russia and all the nations coming. You understand? From out of the north, an evil shall break out. Beyond Brother Caleb was doing that last night. And how the Lord will set up the army from the north, and that army from the north is Russia.
Russia, can.
Right? Verse 14. Behold, they shall be as stubble. Fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. thermonuclear fire.
Mm-hmm.
There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before. Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchant from thy youth. They shall wander everyone to his quarter, and none shall save thee.
Con.
Yeah.
So I'll go into this here.
What's the scripture?
No, there is not a scripture. There is actually
Okay, no problem.
what the hell, boy?
This is real, man. This is what coming to America. This is what coming to the world. Gotta be aware. And then the CCJ of the president, the Caribbean community or president. I believe that's what the CCJ means. As brothers will correct me if I'm wrong, but last night me and brother Caleb was dealing with it, and he said the Caribbean is not exempt from World War III either. Because they could use Trinidad as a base. Then they already have a base down here in Waterfield.
Mm-hmm.
And then what if they want to use the whole of Trinidad as a base? And Kamala done set up that trade already. And that next coon in Jamaica, you call him again? Andrew Holness. Yeah. All set up. They are all your leaders are all sellouts. They are none of them is right before the Lord. All is sellouts. So we're not praying for Trinidad or praying for Jamaica. We're praying that the Lord come and destroy this whole system and set up his new world order, which is the order under Hamashiach Yahushua. So there is going to be in case you people didn't know, there is going to be a new world order that is going to stand supreme, and that is the order, the supremacy of the God of Israel.
So I'll go into this here. I ask the question: does the Medal of Honor, the U.S. Medal of Honor, which is the highest award to the U.S. military, alright, whether Air Force, Army, Marines, whatnot, etc., etc. It says, I don't know they're gonna lie. They say no, the United States Medal of Honor does not pay homage to Babylonian gods.
But that's a lie. Set up the
central figure featured on the face of the Army and the Navy Marine Corps versions of the medal is Minerva. Is Minerva? Yeah, Minerva, the Roman goddess of wisdom and war. You understand? So it just goes to show again. All right, but let me go to that. Let me go to this about yes, Minerva, the profile in the central figure. Right, this says the symbolism of the Medal of Honor. The profile in the center is Minerva, who personifies the United States and represents wisdom, strategic military strength, and a righteous defense against discord. All right, so all the claims that America was found on Christian values and whatnot, right? So-called Christian values. But here it is, all your highest award for act of valor and whatnot, so forth, is paying homage to pagan deity, right? A Roman pagan deity. And this just goes to show that America is Rome all over again. But let me just go into Minerva. Let me see something here. Alright, so let me go to that.
Yeah.
Minerva, alright, so it says Minerva is the Roman goddess. Yeah, is the Roman goddess. We don't know if, Queen of Heaven worship and all these things.
Serapis Christus,
and all,
not only he, Semiramis. Semiramis.
Yeah.
I all this.
Yeah. Tongue with that, yeah. Semiramis.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But that go back to ancient Babylon. Ancient Babylon.
Which the Catholic used and called today Mary.
Mary, yeah.
which is a lot of
which
fools
which
who-
is the mother of
Right.
Tammuz.
And a lot of fools who think they're Catholic thinking it's actual Mary they worshiping. Mary was a little peasant woman who didn't thought she was worthy to even, do that little bring forth the Lord now.
Can.
She didn't throw that to her. She said, Lord, this unrighteous servant that you're using, you understand? She didn't
Can.
actually praise, and she didn't say, well, when after I bring forth the Messiah, well, she make a bargain with the angel and say, well, this is the bag how it's going to be. After I bring forth the Lord, they're going to lift up my statue all over the world, and I'm going to be praised every
praise
way.
and what not so forth.
Mary didn't find Mary called herself an unprofitable servant to do that job.
I can, yeah, that is what it is, yeah. So it says, the Roman goddess of wisdom, strategic warfare, justice, and the sponsor of arts, trade, and strategy, part of the sacred Capitoline triad, alongside Jupiter and Juno. Alright, more idolism. She is the Encyclopedia Britannica equivalent. She's the equivalent to the Greek goddess Athena.
Yeah.
All right, key roles and attributes: wisdom and intellect. Blah blah blah. You understand? There's where it is here. All right. There's where it is here, and when I go, let me see something here. After this here, after this we're going to go here, we could lock it off after, because I know your scenes to handle. Let me see how I can type in this. What is
that scripture?
no
Okay.
the symbol
Yes,
on the
all the symbols
US
that America have, the
Navy
honor, the coat of arms, the symbols, everything is ancient.
medal?
It's back to Greece and Babylon, right? Ancient Rome. And America is the new and revised Roman Empire all over again. That Daniel saw in the vision that must be destroyed.
Yeah. So all right. So the Navy have the same thing. The maneuver, but I know. Let me see. Let me see the Marine, because the other day, Elder, some years back, Elder Yashawamba did a thing on it now, boy. And they all have different symbols now, boy. Oh yeah, well yeah, it could be the same thing with the Marine, because the Marine and the Navy, they work hand in hand now, boy. So, alright, so anyhow, that's comment where you tell last scripture, if you have any last scripture there, but it just goes to show,
I want to get Jeremiah 50. I ain't gonna take long. I'm just going straight to the point.
Yeah, Jeremiah 50. It just goes to show, Babylon and the wickedness now, boy. You understand? And it just goes to show, the room all over again.
Well, let's start from verse 1 here. He say, the word of the Lord.
Jeremiah 50 and 1.
Right. He said, the word that the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet. He say, declare ye among the nation and publish and set up a standard, publish and conceal not. Say Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded, Merodach is broken in pieces, her idols are confounded,
Which we just went
her
into.
image are broken in pieces.
Which we just went into. You understand? Pursuing to the medal of honor and the idol gods that they're paying homage to and whatnot, so forth, for them, for them to, go out to war, which symbolizes the act of bravery and act of valor and whatnot, so forth, But anyhow, go ahead.
Verse 3, out of the north there shall come up a nation against her,
Which is who? The Russians.
which shall make her land desolate,
Uh-huh.
and none shall dwell therein. They shall depart both man and beast.
Gone.
just bear with me. I'm jumping down because I want to get some points against Babylon here.
22.
Let me jump to verse 22. Let me see if it's available. Yes, now.
Yeah, it could and it finish at 24.
Let me see. I will tell you.
22 and it read 22, 23, 24.
I'll start from verse 15. It says, shout against her round about. She had given her hand, her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down, for it is the vengeance of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yoshai, taketh vengeance upon her as she had done do unto her. Right? And verse 16, this is those of you in the army, cut off the sower from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest, for fear of her oppressing sword.
For fear of the oppressing sword.
Of the oppressing sword. They shall turn everyone to his people, and they shall flee everyone to his own land. Let me jump to verse 22 here. He said, go up against the land of Maratham.
Right 21, but I don't. Go ahead.
Against it and against the inhabitants of Pekod. Waste and utterly destroy after them, saith the Lord, and do according to all that I have commanded thee. Verse 22. A song of a battle is in the land of the land of great destruction. Verse 23. How is the hammer of the earth cut asunder? The hammer of the earth is America. For those of you that know fair use. The hammer of the earth is America. How is the hammer of the earth, of the whole earth, cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon, which is America, become a desolation amongst nations? What is he talking about? That the Lord judgment will come upon her, and the nations will burn her with fire, thermonuclear fire.
God, that's right.
Verse 24, I have laid a snare. This is what she planned to do. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware that thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. Right? Verse 25, the Lord had opened up his armory. His armory is Russia, China, North Korea, Iran, and all the Muslim nations coming together. Right? Turkey is going to play a central part in this too. Turkey is going to leave out NATO and going to join with her brothers, because the scripture talk about who is causing all this to happen behind America. Amalek.
Yeah.
The least of the flock join them out.
Yeah.
The Lord had opened his armory and had brought forth his weapon of indignation, for this is the work of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai of hosts in the land of the in the land of the Chaldeans.
Yeah, that's what will take place, you understand? So, you know, if they want to go ahead and if it is not really good,
as how they are stuck in the street, you know, if America, how would you want to think so? Well, come test them now. If you think you're bad like that.
So if they want to really go and do that act as in, bombing their own self, just to go to war against Iran.
Yeah, if you want to test Iran, you're going to do that. Yeah. But the Lord is not for America, so the Lord's going to burn America with fire. All the nations going to come against her and burn her.
That's the judgment.
That's the trap the Lord set for America. We, the prophets, is like the penguins in Madagascar. So let's smile and wave, boy. Smile and wave.
Smile and wave.
You understand?
Smile
all
and
of you
wave.
who want to join the American army, and all of you want to join this army and that army, and everybody wondering, I get a pastor going to American army. This one, Jake's not rejoicing, not knowing they're going into the death.
A lot of Jakes going in there. A lot of Jakes leaving the native land, you know, to go America and join the military to get citizenship and whatnot so forth.
I remember. You talk that talk. I remember with the Ann Barrington leave when he came from America. what do you think about America? He said it was good. He said, but you know, what you forget he use. I think he quote unquote from Motor America. He said about Motor America they always say that it is good to stay the white man land too long.
Yeah. Yeah. It polluted, you see.
Yeah, he said it is good to stay. He said because I think the Barton was saying this because you never know what could happen at any God given time.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, so with that, you know, I hope
With
you
that,
always edified
yeah,
through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shai. God.
And double honors to the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone that rule well. We salute all the brothers in the name of the Lord, our power. Doing the likewise work, we can help our people to the divine heritage and cursing out to it. Because when getting spirit right with the Lord, to the aqua listeners, shalom. To the brothers that may look like the other nation, shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
And curse this place out. This place ain't right before the Lord, man. Shalom.
Shalom.
He looks in the camera and says, well, Iran can either do it the right way with a deal across the table, or they can deal with my guy on the left. That happened to be me. But it's not me, it's you guys. He looks in the camera and says, well, Iran can either do it the right way with a deal across the table, or they can deal with my guy on the left. That happened to be me. But it's not me, it's you guys.